Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Mr. Osem Wasapi, and in this video we'll be looking at some practice problems on limits. So these are basically like examples to clearly cement evaluation of limits. Okay, so before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, you can always pause the video to try and attempt the question on your own before I attempt it. Alright, so say you have question 1 that says lim as x approaches minus 3 of the function x squared minus 13. So now what would be the limit, which is the L value in this question? Alright, so remember we basically have like 5 ways of evaluation. So we'll start with the basic one. Let's try and plug in. So if we plug in, remember the limit part disappears, so you will just have minus 3 squared minus 13. Minus 3 squared is 9 minus 13, and you end up getting minus 4. This minus 4 is your final answer. So you have another question, limit as x approaches 6 of the function 8, t minus 5, t minus 7. Let's try and plug in. So you have 8, 6 minus 5, then you get 6 minus 7. Just gives you 8, 1 there, and minus 1 there. So basically you get your limit to be minus 8. Alright, let's move on to a different one. So you have limit as x approaches 2 of 2x plus 5 over 11 minus x cubed. You can always pause the video and attempt to do this one on your own. Alright, so let's do it. So we plug in 2 plus 5 over 11 minus 2 cubed. So this will give you something like 4 plus 5 over 11 minus 8. And you end up having 9 over 3. Now 3 can go into 9. Therefore your limit is positive 3. Let's try question 4. So say your limit as, let's say you have x, let me not say x, let's go something interesting. Say y is approaching 2 of y plus 2 over y squared plus 5y plus 6. You can pause and try to attempt this question. Alright, so you can't really get the answer by just plugging in here. So what you have to do is to factorize the denominator. So you can just do up a data by the side, get the denominator, y squared plus 5y plus 6. Then try to factorize, look for the sum and the product. So the sum is 5, product is 6. This gives you some factors as negative 2. So factors will simply just be 2 and 3. They don't really have to be negative. Now since the leading term is having a coefficient of 1, this means that you just have y plus 2, then you get y plus 3. If you put it back, you have limit as y approaches 2 of y plus 2 over y plus 2 and y plus 3. This cancels with that, and you get your limit as y approaches 2 of 1 over y plus 3. At this point, you can now try and plug in, so you get 1 over 2 plus 3. Therefore, your limit will simply just be 1 over 5. Let's try out this one. Limit as h approaches 0 of the root of 5h plus 4 minus 2 over h. So basically what we'll do here is not really factorize, but rationalize the numerator. So you can do some rationalization on the side. So we have root of 5h plus 4 minus 2 over h times this conjugate, which will be 5h plus 4 plus 2 over 5h plus 4 plus 2. So this is going to be a root. This should be the root. So basically, like I said, if the conjugate pairs, it's the first with first and last with last. So if this multiplies that, you just get 5h plus 4. Then minus 2 times positive 2 is minus 4 over h times root of 5h plus 4 plus 2. So now 4 minus 4 is 0, so you just end up having 5h over h, open brackets, 5h plus 4 plus 2. Now, you know that you can factor out h. Just end up having a 5 over h, then 5h plus 4 plus 2. Then we can get this and put it back this side. So we have limit as h approaches 0 of h, 5h of root of 5h plus 4 plus 2. Now the h can cancel out with the h, and you have lim as h approaches 0 of 5 over the root of 5h plus 4 plus 2. And at this point you can try and plug in. So 5 over, so you know that 5 times 0 is 0, so you just end up having 4 plus 2. Root of 4 is 2, so you have 5 over 2 plus 2. This gives you 5 over 4 as your limit. So you have the limit as x approaches 2 of x squared minus 7x plus 10 over x minus 2. So what are we going to do here? So sometimes you can even notice that, okay, in this part I'm going to begin to factorize. So in this case we'll factorize. So let's do a bit data by the side. X squared minus 7x plus 10. To factorize this, just look for the sum and product, of which the sum is minus 7 product 10. The factors are simply just minus 2 and minus 5. So this gives you x minus 2 and x minus 5. So you get this, bring it back. So you have lim as x approaches 2 of x minus 2, x minus 5 over x minus 2. So this cancels with that. You have the limit as x approaches 2 of x minus 5 over 1. You can just plug in and you have 2 minus 5. Over 1 won't really change anything. So if you do the math there, you can end up getting a minus 3. So minus 3 is your final answer. Alright, let's look at the very interesting question. Say lim as x approaches 1 of x to the minus 1 minus 1 over x minus 1. So if you look here, we can't really factorize, we can't really just plug in, but we can look for the common denominator. So let's work out the numerator. So having x minus 1 is the same as 1 having this. Let me just put over 1 so you can understand what I mean. So having this is the same as another having 1 over x minus 1 over 1. If you look for the common denominator, that will be x. X into x is 1 times 1, that's 1. And then the sign, 1 into x is x times 1, that's x. So you have x minus x, 1 minus x over x. So you bring this back here, and you have this lim as x approaches 1 of 1 minus x over x minus 1. So basically this can be written as lim as x approaches 1 of 1 minus x over x divided by x minus 1 over 1. So remember, division changes to multiplication. So you end up having 1 minus x over x times 1 over what? X minus 1. Now, you can try to factorize this portion here. Because if you have 1 minus x, the same as 1 having minus 1 plus x, which gives you minus 1 x minus 1. So with this, life is much easier when you do it in this manner. So what you will have is this now. You have the limit as x approaches 1 of now you're having minus 1 open brackets x minus 1 over what? X times 1 over x minus what? 1. So I can cancel this guy with that guy. Then we'll have lim as x approaches 1 of minus 1 times 1 over x. So you end up having the limit as x approaches 1 of negative 1 over x. If you plug in, you end up having negative 1 over 1. And the limit will just be negative 1. It's a very interesting question. Very, very interesting question. So remember to try all your methods. Let's look at another question. This is 7. This is try 8. Lim as x approaches 2 of the root of x squared plus 12 minus 4 over x minus 2. I guess we all know what to do here. Rationalize. So if we do up a data for rationalization, we're having the root of x squared plus 12 minus 4 over x minus 2. So we multiply by its conjugate, which would be root of x squared plus 12 plus 4 over root of x squared plus 12 plus 4. Remember the first and the first and the last to the last. So you have x squared plus 12 minus 16 over x minus 2, then root of x squared plus 12 plus 4. So this will just give you x squared plus 12. X squared plus 12, okay, so we can do 12 minus 16, gives us a minus 4 over x minus 2, then root of x squared plus 12 plus 4. Now, x squared minus 4 is the same as x minus 2, x plus 2, over x minus 2, then root of x squared plus 12 plus 4. So this can cancel with that. And what we'll get, we can put it here. Lim as x approaches 2 of x plus 2 over what you remain with, which is the root of x squared plus 12 plus 4. And at this point, you can just begin to plug in. To plug in, you have 2 plus 2 over the root of 2 squared plus 12 plus 4. So you end up having 4 over root of 2 squared. That gives you 4 plus 12, which will give you 16 plus 4. This gives you 4 over 4 plus 4, which gives you 4 over 8. Now, 4 there 1, 4 there 2. Therefore, your limit is half. Alright. Let's look at, basically, I would say, the last example. Okay, now last example, I want us to look at something different. Say we have lim as x approaches 4 of 4 minus x over 5 minus root of x squared plus 9. Alright, most cases people just think that they can just rationalize the numerator, but even the denominator can be rationalized. Just depends on what you're interested in. So let's do a data and fix it. So you have 4 minus x over 5 minus root of x squared plus 9 times conjugate, which is 5 plus root of x squared plus 9. So root of x squared plus 9 over 5 plus root of x squared plus 9. So if you do the expansion, remember 4 minus x, let's let it be the way it is, because in most cases it tends to simplify out. So first with first and last with last. So you have 25. Now be careful on this part. It's going to be 25 minus what you get, which is x squared plus 9. So this will be 4 minus x, 5 plus root of x squared plus 9 over 25 minus x squared minus 9. Now if you do up the fixing up, you end up having 25 minus 9. So you will have 4 minus x, 5 plus root of x squared plus 9. 25 minus 9, that's 16 minus x squared. So if you get this portion and put it there, what you have. But basically the bottom can be fixed out. You can have 4 minus x, then 5 plus root of x squared plus 9 over, this would be 4 minus x, then 4 plus x. Then this can cancel out with that. So now you're just having lim as x approaches 4 of 5 plus root of x squared plus 9 over 4 plus x. Then you can plug in. So you have 5 plus root of 4 squared plus 9 over 4 plus 4. So you have 5 plus root of 4, sorry, 4 squared is 16. So 16 plus 9 over 8. So this will now be 5 plus root 25 over 8. This will be 5 plus 5 over 8. This gives you 10 over 8. This can be simplified. 2 there, that's 5. 2 there, that's 4. Therefore, your limit is simply just 5 over 4. Alright, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. My name is Mr. Hussein Wasapi. Mr. Hussein Wasapi. If you have any queries, reach me on WhatsApp on the number attached to the screen or the number in my description. Remember to strategize before you become a statistic. I'm just trying to push for that A+.